Morning, guys. Welcome to Words from a Friend podcast. I'm your host, Marty Carey, and this is the podcast that follows my book, Words from a Friend, a daily guide to a purposeful life. It's available on Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com. We're on a 365-day inner journey together, so happy and grateful to have you along. We're on day 153 of that journey, and today's message is be a great audience. Be a great audience. Very important. It's like being the good listener. It's basically the same thing. It goes like this. So many times we get so caught up in what we want to say that we forget to truly tune in and listen to the other person until they're done. It's like we're already working on a reply before all the ideas and thoughts or stories of another have been fully expressed. We've talked about this in the past. That's like a Chinese wisdom is that they wait 2 seconds before they reply. If you're having a conversation one-on-one with somebody, well, it's not only polite, but it is presence in listening to the other person and fully express before you reply. You fully absorb the thought, the idea, whatever it is they're trying to tell you, and then you respond. So you give it that little bit of a space to let them know, consciously or unconsciously, that you've heard them. That's being a great audience. That's being a great audience. You feel heard. Everybody just wants to feel heard, you know? One of the biggest gifts we can give to another is our full attention. I have my challenges with this one, as many do. The key to this one is to be fully present for all your interactions. Like we were saying yesterday, each one of our interactions is like a movie clip, right? Click every scene. Now, if you're intentional about these scenes of your life, well, then you're going to be giving your best to them. And giving your best, well, what does that do? That brings the best back into your life. Remember, what goes out must come back. As above, so below. As within, so without. It's just a circle. And we've been stuck in a shitty circle that has been perpetrated for far too long. And we can get in that. That's called living in our ego. It's living in our ego, not knowing who we truly are and how we can break that old wheel. Start a whole new wheel. You're breaking old agreements that you had with old selves that no longer serve your rise or your path forward. Leave them out. Let them go. Bless them with a goodbye. And thanks for teaching me not to be that anymore. That's just growth. You don't have to feel bad about leaving that old self behind at all. It's not you anymore. No. You're not running back to that old self. You won't fit in there anymore. That old suit is worn out. If you jump back into it, it's going to be like you just jumped back into some filthy clothes that were just in the sewer. It's just not going to fit anymore. You're not going to fit in that old space, that old place, that old suit, those old ideas, those old beliefs. You're busting out of them. You're busting out of them on purpose to take your life back, your power back, and you're in charge, fully in charge of your path forward, co-creating with the divine. Co-creating with your forever self, with the thoughts that come from that dimension of all things, expansion, all light, all wisdom. Everything that created you is in there. So when you learn to listen to that, well, the best comes to you. You take actions on only the best, and you treat others as you want to be treated, and you start that. That's a whole new wheel of karma you're starting. Good things come back. You're out there. You're doing good things. You're living true and true to your relationships and seeking truth, being a truth seeker. Truth seeker. You know, you're done with all the nonsense. You can see it for what it is, and you just want to live in more simply in the truth of who you really are, which is much lighter than how we've been. Tuning completely in when having a conversation is all about being a great listener and absorber first. Now remember, somebody's coming at you with a big negative bomb story, something like that, and you're going to try and help them. Now you can feel that, and you say, oh, well, okay, I'm not going to absorb this, but I am going to give my attention to this and give my best advice, but I'm not going to hold on to their energy for that. And that's tough for empath, for sensitive people. That's tough because you're all of a sudden you're caught in that field of theirs. And you think it's you, and now you're nervous and all this other stuff, but it's just there. You don't own other people's energy. Don't own other people's energy, okay? You can absorb. If you've got somebody great in front of you, oh, let that in, and then give that back. And that's the circle. Okay. But if you got that negativity come from, you can observe, help, but don't absorb. And that's the key. That's the key to staying in your power. All right. Thoughts and feelings are fully absorbed on a whole different level in this state. When we're open and connected, we begin to understand our true soulful connection to each other. This all happens first because we're being a great audience. We've decided to be. It's a conscious intention. It's conscious. We're like, okay, I'm going to be a great audience here. This looks like it could be a pile of shit. But here I am, and God placed us together. So I'm not going to absorb the bag. I'm going to just help him let go of that bag, help her let go of that bag and say, no, that's not yours to carry either. That's not yours to carry either. Carrying somebody else's garbage and you've let it affect you. Okay. Or if it's your own and you're out of yourself, maybe we can help you off that ledge. Okay. That's also part of being a great audience, is learning to respond rather than react to the reaction. Reacting to the reaction is only going to make the reaction bigger, the fire bigger, when you're really just trying to douse the fire and come back to the calm, come back to the centeredness where all reality really lives. All right. So that's what the best thing, that's the best place that you can be in order to face whatever you're facing. And fear, the word fear, we have to use that in a different way. Fear is FEAR, face everything and rise. Face everything and rise. I have been we've all been in a million things where we just didn't want to face. It was just like, I just don't want, this is too hard. This is too hard. It's too hard. And yet your soul says, nope, you're going to be okay. You're going to come through this. You're going to get on the other side of this. And things may not be the same. Like if you lose somebody or lose family members, sure. It's not going to be the same. No, don't expect them to be the same. But it doesn't mean that you can't be happy and you can't be moving forward for the rest of your life, moving closer to that light within, knowing that we never really lose anybody. It's only temporary. It's only temporary. And I know that's still hard to have them on the other side. But I know I'm going to see everybody that was here. I know it. I know it. I know they're going to be the welcoming party when I go to the other side, and I can still hear their voices through my heart. So I know what they would say. And I just go, well, how do I know they're not saying that if I'm listening to my heart? Right? So I just go with that. That's how, I miss them, but I know they're still here. It's just I can't see them with this human eyes in this dimension that we're in, this lower dimension that we can't see because they're in a higher realm with their energy. They're just their energy. They're not have the carcass anymore. Okay, but now they can see all this goings on, sure. But we don't have the sight here to see that. But we have intuition, and we have inner guidance, and we have inner knowing, and we have faith and trust, and all of that is absolutely truth. And you move into it. It's like faith is a muscle when you use it. And truth is just felt when you're walking in it. It's felt. You know what's true and you know what's just earthly garbage. And you also know what to do and what not to do. So that's where guidance is so hugely important. Your inner guidance is so hugely important. Now remember, we've been listening to such our ego our whole life thinking it's us. So we have to get quiet and listen for the truth within. It's a different thought process altogether. It's relaxing to be able to hear it. It's calming and able to hear it. And you don't hear it with your ears. You hear it through your soul. It's a different thing altogether. And I know you know what I'm talking about. And if you don't, then you will. You will. Learn to be completely comfortable in that silence every day. Because life is a bunch of honking car horns. And it is just all trying to honk for your attention. So we have to, and that's like giant waves on the ocean. And we're just like being thrown around all the time with all this information and all this stuff where we could just be spinning in information in that twirl of a hurricane ocean. Oh, and we got to go deep where the waves don't exist, down where the truth exists, where the truth always is. It's always there. And that's the place you get to know. That is your still pond. That is your sanctuary within. That is the heaven within. We all have it. We all have it. So get to know it. That's your true power. That's your true power. To wield from there, my friend, is to be an artist of a life well lived. You will be an artist of a life well lived because you're doing it consciously. Okay? And, I have some friends out there that are facing some really challenging times. My mom and her mom both passed from Alzheimer's. And so that's a big thing, in our family. Where I was, do whatever we can do. My daughter worked for the Alzheimer's Association for 4 or 5 years, and it's just close to our heart. And my friend, a few of my friends have gone through this over the past few years, and we've chatted through it and said, when it all boiled down to it, my mom went through 6 years before she passed, and it was challenging. Sure, it was challenging, man, because that's the person that raised you, that loved you, and they don't know you, but their soul still recognizes you. So you speak to them, you whisper in their ear, their soul hears you, and our job is to just love them all the way back home the best we can. There's nothing professional you can know. Nothing professional. Techniques or any of that stuff. It all comes from here. So don't worry about being good at it. You don't have to be. All you need is your heart. All right. So to my friends out there that are going through it, that's your only job. That's your only job. Do your best. Do your best. It's going to be okay. And then when they go to the other side, they're free. They're free. And you've done a great, noble deed. You've done it. And you're doing it. It's very special. Okay, today, CTA. Practice being a great audience. Celebrate others and bring their very best out by truly tuning in to the present moment, where all your power exists. Your power exists in the present moment, when that's the only time you can do anything about anything. You can't do anything about the past. The future isn't here yet. All your power lies right in the now. And you can look at your watch all day at what time it is, but it's always now. It's always now. What can I do now? Can I rest now to take my mind off the things? What can I do now? Can I help this person that's in front of me? It's always the now, but we always want to bring the same approach to that now, right? We always want to bring that wisdom from within, that guidance. Listen to the guidance. It's right there. Take a few seconds, let the space clear, let the clutter of your mind go away, and the answer will bubble up. Okay? So the past is gone, future isn't here yet. Creating our lives on purpose is always done by shining our light to everyone in the moment. I didn't read through this. It's so funny. So you just do your best. You just do your best, my friends, and that's all that is required. God loves us no matter what, no matter what. But when you align with that honesty, that truthful relationship with, you realize that you're living, you're here for now, but you're not from here. We're not from here. We're from that place we call heaven. We all are. We all are. And we all have that within us. That is our true self, the self that goes on after this carcass has had its mission completed. And so our only purpose here is to give that light that we are in all eternity in our own personal, beautiful way. You're going to do it differently than I am. And everybody's going to do it a little differently because God has created a wave of light that is very unique in you, very unique in you. And you're going to do it a beautiful way when you just tune into that beauty that you've always been. All right, guys, that's it for today. Much love and light, and we shall see you tomorrow. Do your best.